Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my humble home and property here in Livingston, Montana. Today is September 15th of 2021. Okay, here I am today with a relatively boring subject. I know people are getting absolutely sick of this COVID-19 thing, but I felt that it was absolutely necessary that I jumped on YouTube here and gave my 2 cents worth. Now, some of you folks out there are not vaccinated, and I would imagine you're probably sick and tired of hearing this word, vaccine and the whole 9 yards. Okay, but what prompted me to make this video is I've got a family member, not one of my kids, but a family member that's very close to me that refused to get vaccinated, etc., had all kinds of gripes and grumbles, or maybe entertaining conspiracy theories, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what the thinking was, but this family member of mine refused to get vaccinated for COVID-19. The individual I speak of right now is in ICU with COVID-19, the COVID-19 virus. And it's one of those things where I'm sitting here blabbing my ugly face off, and I really don't know what the condition of this relative of mine is, but you folks know that if you end up in ICU, it's pretty serious. Okay, as a matter of fact, this individual I speak of, the whole family came down with COVID-19. And okay, let me just put this in perspective real quick here. I'm not trying to make brownie points. As everybody knows, my channel's free. I don't try to make money here. I'm not trying to make myself look important or any of that stuff. But there is times, ladies and gentlemen, now listen to me, there are times where people have got to do things in faith. I realize that there's a lot of people out there that don't trust the government. I'm a Vietnam veteran. If there's a government distruster that ever walked the planet, you're looking at him. I've had a bone to pick with the United States government forever. Ever since the Vietnam War, that was 45, almost 50 years ago for me. Okay? And I know that there's a lot of people out there that entertain conspiracy theories. In this particular setting, it's not wise to entertain conspiracy theories. This COVID-19, whether you want to realize, whether you want to accept it or not, is a reality. When it starts striking home and it starts getting family members, hitting family members and sticking them in ICU, that's something that a person will pay attention to. And I realize there's a lot of people out there that don't trust Big Pharma. They feel like there's a conspiracy theory going there. Okay, this is all well and good, but in this particular situation, COVID-19 is a reality. Back in May of this year, 2021, I went ahead and got those 2 shots, the shot 1 and shot 2, and I no more wanted to go get those shots than the man in the moon. But I did because I listened to the voice of reason. What I did is I got on YouTube and listened to all the conspiracy theories, watched them, and then I turned around and listened to all the people that were urging people to get the shots. Looked at the other side. Looked at both sides of the coin, in other words. And I came to the conclusion that I was best off to get those shots. And I'm really glad I did now, but I will have to admit that second shot, I never said it on my channel too much. I talked about it a little bit, but that second shot was kind of rough. It put me in bed the next day for the rest of the day. Yeah, and I had a lot of body pains and a headache and whatever. But this is what I do know. This is what I know beyond any shadow of a doubt. the side effects that you're going to get from those shots, those vaccine shots, vaccine shot number 1 and vaccine shot number 2, are far less. They're 50 times less. The side effects are 50 times less than if you get COVID-19. So there you are. And I realize that the government is doing some stupid shit, some stupid crap right now. Biden, this fool, this idiot, and the government's thinking about mandating these shots. What are they going to do? Line everybody up and shoot them if they don't get these shots? What they need to do is just come out and the average American person, okay, let me put it this way, the average American doesn't like to be told what to do, especially by the idiotic federal government, which is understandable, most understandable. This mandate thing just won't work. What the government has to do is just come out, plead with the American people, give them some facts to go by, and like that, for the people that are sitting on the fence, or for people that have vaccine hesitancy, because it is absolutely my understanding that if you don't get the vaccine shots, you are part of the problem and not part of the solution. So there you are. These kind of things like this is what led me to getting the shot, getting the 2 shots. Like I say, I listened to the voice of reason, got over my fears about the stupid shots, and just went and got them. And I'm glad I did, because I could have very well ended up sick with COVID-19. But here it is, like I say, what's the date again? The 15th of September 21, and so far, of 2021, and so far, so good. I haven't got COVID-19 yet. And I'm almost 70 years old, which that doesn't have anything to do with anything, I reckon, But I realize that there's problems out here in society. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to listen to me for a second. Well, you don't got to listen to anything. But the shots don't cost anything. It'll cost you a few pennies in gas to get to wherever you need to go to get the shots. And if an old guy like me, if an old government mistruster like me can, a guy that was, lived through the fallacy of Vietnam and all that stuff, if a guy like me can go do it, anybody can do it, And like I say, I really do understand this condition called vaccine hesitancy, where people are real hesitant about trusting the government, even believing that COVID-19 is a reality and all that. The wife and I, her name is Penny, by the way, have known several people this last spring and through the summer that's gotten very, very, very sick from COVID-19. And all I'm sitting here for is to hope and pray that my small message here will affect just even 1 or 2 people so that you don't have to go through this shit. Because if you get COVID-19, chances are you're going to the hospital, you're going to wind up in ICU, and you're going to be sicker than a dog. So just go get the vaccine. Stop being afraid or whatever your hang-ups are, and just get the shot. I mean, this COVID-19, no matter where it came from, is a reality. It is a reality. And some of you people, unfortunately, are not going to believe that's a reality until you've been slapped down, dirtied down, and sick in a hospital. My biggest hang-up with this COVID-19, this was my biggest hang-up from the very beginning, is where did this crap come from? Where did this junk come from? Nobody seems to be able to answer that question. How did it get into the human race? What was I think the medical community knows, the origins of this virus, this COVID-19 or SARS or whatever, because my understanding that COVID has been into the human race for a few years now, but the worst of it didn't come into fruition or existence and stuff like that till 2019. But irregardless, ladies and gentlemen, we got to work together. We got to do our part. Go get vaccinated and say, well, at least I did my little part for God, country, and people and whatnot have you. You know? But I do, personally myself, I absolutely understand your hesitation. But, you know, the better part of your thinking should rule out all the fears and conspiracy theories and just have some faith and go get the shot. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I can't talk in these kind of terms, but since COVID-19 has spread from humans to humans to humans, it's best you set yourself aside with an inoculation or a vaccine shot, or a couple of vaccine shots. It's not going to exactly kill you. Well, the reason why I say that is because that second shot is kind of rough, but so what? Just do it. Do it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough preaching for me. Thank you very much. Do the right thing. Make the right decisions, and we shall see you on down the trail. Adios, my friends, and take care of yourselves. Now you know why I'm always saying stuff like that. Goodbye.